Hellmaster EX. This award-winning system features the first single-engine joystick with digital electric steering and new autopilot capability. See Hellmaster EX in action at a Yamaha Outboard dealer or visit YamahaOutboards.com.
Hey, on this week's weekly video fishing forecast, we have a preview of the digital edition of the Fisherman magazine that came out this week, an open boat recap on the Fisherman event that took place last week. It was awesome. For you, those of you who were there, you saw it for yourself. It was great. We also have an overview of the Tobay Boat Show that is this weekend, reports and events and the results from the Fred Golofaro Memorial Montauk Classic from the previous weekend.
The fishing news is sponsored by these fine partners.
All right, today is October 3rd. We're in the month of October. The fall run is upon us, and we got some fishing news for you guys coming right up. So we got the Tobay Boat Show this weekend. It's a big 3-day show. It's going to take place from Friday through Sunday. The event is going to feature some of the biggest brands in the business, along with many of the models that they offer and some great incentives and deals as well. And when you walk through the doors at the show, don't miss the Fisherman magazine booth. We are going to be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all 3 days of the show. You could sign up for the magazine, get all the great stuff that we offer. We'll see you then.
The Tobay Boat Show is back October 4th through the 6th. Long Island boat dealers will be there with big savings on existing inventory and 2024 models. From fishing boats to personal watercraft, this show has it all. Free parking and fun for the whole family. Visit NewYorkBoatShows.com.
In other news, the Fred Golofaro Memorial Montauk Classic took place last weekend from Friday through Sunday. It was a great event, but first off, I want to start off by thanking State Parks for all that they did to put this together, Montauk Anglers Club for being the official weigh-in station for the event, and all the attendees for making this event possible. For the first place, it went to Frank Mercurio with a 46.5-inch bass. Second place went to Mike Perdome with a 44.5-inch bass, and third place went to Jeffrey Chris with his 42.75-inch fish. Jeffrey, if you are listening to this, I have your third place prize, so hit me up for it. No bluefish hit the board this year, but hopefully in the next tournament some do. Thank you all again for being involved. We are looking forward to the South Shore event hosted by Captree Bait, Tackle, and Fuel.
For nearly 90 years, the Viking fleet from Montauk has been putting anglers on the fish. Whether you jump on a half-day trip, fish the deep for an overnight adventure targeting big game, a day trip to Block, or a sunset cruise, their experienced captains and crew have you covered. VikingFleet.com.
Hey, once again, I want to thank everybody who attended the Big Fisherman show at the Huntington Hilton last Thursday. Even better, Jenny Ackerman has a little recap of what went down that night. Jenny, what do you got for us on the open boat this week?
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Open Boat. Today I have a very special episode for you guys. We're here at the Fisherman show in Long Island. That's right, I'm out here in Long Island. Look at this picture, Montauk right behind me. But we're gonna walk around and we're gonna check out all of the awesome vendors that are showcasing new products that you guys need for the fall run. So let's go and let's check out some vendors.
Hi, my name is Josh, and this is a Tsunami booth, and
I'm his dad, and we're getting ready for the fall run, and today we're getting at the show, and we're showcasing our surf top, definitely a vital piece of equipment for being out there in the surf, and with the weather we had this past week, you know that you need it. Showcasing our new surf series. We have two rods in the series, Forged and Salt X. Very similar rods. I'm going to show the 8.7s right now. Just a color difference and titanium guides on the Salt X, and we're doing Fuji K-frame on the Forged. Where we really step it up is in the 9.7 and the 10.7 in the Salt X. We're using the Fuji concept guides. These are the best guide and the guide layout for distance casting. So for getting outside the bar, you know, when you need to, this is going to be a winner here. You're going to get extra distance, no doubt about it.
Welcome to the Z-Belts booth. You guys all know us. We have all your fall surf casting essentials in stock, ready to ship. If you can't make it to a show, go on the website. We're doing semi-frequent sales. Stop in and check out the belts or any of our plug bag options. We have the 2-tube. We've got 3 tubes in both black and tan. We have the large 2-tube with the 4-inch by 8-inch diameter tubes in them, and then we have a full line of 6, 9, and 11-inch single tube pouches. The 11-inch pouches are great for big needles and metal lips. We also have our pliers sheets, our dive knives, and our most recent addition to the lineup is the 2-in-1 cooler backpack combo. And that's going to be a cooler on the bottom with a roll top dry bag integrated into the top, so you can bring your beverages and your snacks in the bottom, and then a spare change of dry clothes, or anything you want to keep dry in the top. It makes a great companion for long beach walks or trips on the boat.
So keep in mind, during the fall blitz season, if you break a guide, break a tip, come on and see us at Bob's Bait and Tackle. I'll be able to fix it for you and get you back out there as soon as possible.
Hi, I'm Al Gagg, owner of Gagg's Grabbers Lures. 47 years I've been in this business. I know the fall's approaching pretty fast, so here's what you got to do. Start off with a twitched eel, just like this. During the day, maybe not so dark of a night, moon out and everything, you want to throw this, or if it gets dark, no moon, right here, black purple. You'll increase your catches, you'll have a great fall.
I'm Chris Gatley with Mustad. For the fall striped bass run that's about to come down the beaches here, there's 2 options for you for your striper plugs. If you're a treble hook person, we have a 3X, 4X, and a 5X in what we call the jaw lock. This happens to be the 1/0 size 3X strong jaw lock, and that's your model number JL73NP. If you're in the conservation mode and you want a single hook, we have the Ruthless Inline in our Alpha Point series, and this is to replace trebles, and you can get various sizes. Here we have a size 6 all the way up to a 6/0. Coming this fall, we're going to release the Ultra Nor from Mustad. It's in the Ultra Point series. The big difference between the Ultra Nor versus what you're accustomed to is in the forging process. This is a new proprietary forging. If you take a traditional forged hook, like this one, it's flat on the side. The Ultra Nor series now has the forge stamped into the metal. It pushes the adjacent metal out and creates an I-beam in your hook. So you're going to have a stronger hook at a thinner diameter. We have a ton of different styles, and they're available later this fall.
So hey, I'm Larry Welcome. This is my display of my wood lures. It goes by the company name of Sporting Wood. I normally, most people know me from North Bar Tackle. That's my plastic line of lures. But for this show and for some of the other shows, this is my display of my wood lures. So we have bottle darters, we have bottle swimmers, we have metal lip Dannies, we have darters, and we have junior bottle darters. And yeah, so a lot of people really enjoy the wood over plastic. They like to get a lure that's made by somebody that they know, that's made in the United States, and that they can talk with. And so, yeah.
The fall runs around the corner, and so is the VS50X2. Completely machine waterproof, 35 inches per turn, 25 pounds of drag. Awesome little reel.
We literally have so many awesome vendors here. There's a ton of just legendary fishermen here in the crowd. Definitely a show you don't want to miss out on. So if you're not here this year and you're watching the video, I expect to see you guys here next year, especially to come to my seminar and everyone else's seminar. They're awesome seminars, surf, inshore, offshore fishing. We have it all at the Fisherman Magazine show. And catch next week's Open Boat because I'm standing up on the stage here looking at the crowd, and I see some legendary fishermen out here that I think I'm going to interview and give you guys some motivational quotes to kick off your fall run season. So let's go.
All right, the digital issue is out for the week for the Fisherman magazine. We got a nice lineup for you, and here's what we got. First up, for the surf article, we have Day Patrol by Dave Anderson. He knows his stuff from the surf. Got to check this one out. Then inshore, Blackfish Primer. Blackfish season in our area opens up in less than 2 weeks. Get ready, get primed up. Check this one out. Offshore, new rules for reporting. Jim Hutch, he's always on his stuff. He knows what's going on and what you got to do to fish offshore. So take a look at that offshore column. And also we have a nice little recipe for you. I know we all have fluke fillets because the fluking has been so darn good these past couple of weeks. Baked fluke with Parmesan crust. I put that one together. For more of this, check out thefisherman.com and all the issues and all we have to offer. All right, let's head over to a recap for the Dream Boat and the Coastal Kayak Clash.
And now the Dream Boat Fishing Challenge entries for the week. We have New England subscriber Eric Husbo of Falmouth, Mass. with his second entry of the competition, a 15.2-pound bluefish, placing him 5th in the bluefish category. Next is Norman Bouchard of Marston Mills, Mass. also with his second entry, with a bluefish coming in at 15.1 pounds, putting him in 6th in the bluefish division. LI subscriber Joseph Bates of Little Neck, New York, with his first of the challenge, a sea robin weighing in at 2.87, taking the 3rd spot in the sea robin category. Kyle Kraus and Scott Waterman are tied at 16. Ahmed Solomon has 18 points. That keeps him in 1st place. There are 8 weeks left, still plenty of time to enter your fish to win that Steiger Craft powered by Yamaha and many other great prizes. But you must be a Fisherman subscriber to enter. For all the details and how to enter and the rules, visit thefisherman.com. We had 2 entries in the Coastal Kayak Clash this week. Todd Treones had a 22.5-inch tog, which changed up the leaderboard a bit, and Mark Kinski had a 25-inch bonito in the hardtail category. Todd Treones picked up 2 points, and both Bob Wagner and Justin Oser lose a point, but are tied for 1st. To be part of the Coastal Kayak Clash, and for your chance to win an Old Town Sportsman PDL 120 fully outfitted by yakattack.com and other great prizes, you must be a Fisherman subscriber. For all the details and how to enter and the rules, visit thefisherman.com.
So we are at the Tobay Boat Show setup right now. As you can see, they're setting up. They're ready for you guys this weekend. But we ran into the guys at Capital Tackle, and one of their boats that they do sell is actually Pear Marine Customs. And a little history for you guys. Pear Marine took over the old Sea Ox molds. That name does sound familiar. If you did read one of the past issues of the Fisherman magazine, you know that I have a Sea Ox. It's a 17-foot Sea Ox. I love the boat. It's a great boat. But these guys, they took over the boat and they tricked them out. Awesome boats. And there's a ton of other awesome boats here. Great incentives. All the brands that you guys know and love. If you're looking for a boat for the 25 season, got to get down here. There's some great deals going on. We'll see you then. All right, we got a bunch of events coming up. Let's run through them. First up, as we mentioned already, we have the annual Tobay Boat Show. That's from the 4th to the 6th. That's this Friday through Sunday. It's the 47th annual one. A lot of cool stuff going on here. Got to get down. October 17th through 19th is Mr. Poseidon's 4th annual 3-day Montauk Striper Challenge. Then on October 14th is the Generations Bass Tournament by Harbor Crab. October 19th, Hempstead Lake Fall Fishing Festival. Great for the kids, great for anglers of all ages. October 19th is Bodie's 5th annual Striper Tournament. Then, from the 25th to the 27th is the Fred Golofaro Memorial South Shore Fishing Classic, sponsored by Long Island State Parks, the Fisherman, and Captree Bait, Tackle, and Fuel. For all the details and all the rest of the events, visit thefisherman.com/events. All right, let's head over to the map. I'll tell you all what I've been hearing personally this past week. First up, we have Timothy Vess. He sent in this picture of this fluke. It was 21.5 inches. Caught it from this surf from Jones Inlet on the north side on the incoming tide. And again, remember, those peanut bunker are great baits to catch all those big fish this time of the year. If you can get yourself some, you're almost guaranteed great action. Sean Ackerman fished on the Laurel Leaf for a limit of fluke. He shows it off right here with the 3 of them. And he said the bite has been off the charts inside the bay right now. They've also had some fish over 10 pounds on recent trips. If you're a fluke fisherman, you got to get out right now on these fluke. Jake Wilhelm, he's 13 years old. He caught this 20-inch fluke by the Wantaw Parkway First Bridge. Jake was out after school driving his own 16-foot Boston Whaler. He told me he saved up for that boat for a long time. Jake, there's nothing like having your own boat and catching your own fish on your own boat. Nice job, Jake. Captain Dave from the Montauk, he reports a pretty good day of fishing on the Viking Starship. Said he had some great sea bass action near Block Island with porgies mixed in. And quote, we worked a bit offshore and found a handful of cod and a mix of nicer sized sea bass and porgies. The first place pool winner went to Mr. Park from Queens, came out for the trip with a 2.6 pound porgy, and the edible pool went to Oswaldo Burgos from Brooklyn with a 5 pound cod. Then Captain Walter from the Fish Finder, he reported to me that they fished along the Robert Moses Bridge where boat regular Alex hooked and landed this beautiful 28.5-inch, 10.7 pound true doormat fluke. Again, there's big fluke around right now. You got to get out on them. Heading over to the north side of the island, the Celtic West, they're fishing out of Mattatuck now. Keep in mind, they moved from Port Jeff to Mattatuck to get in on that east end action this time of the year. They reported some solid sea bass action on the rocky piles, along with a mix of porgies. And finally, to cap off the reports, I had to get out. I had to go fishing after that long Fisherman show. I love seeing you guys, but there was a lot going on, and I had to do some fishing. I brought my good friend Alberto Nye, you guys all know him, and I brought Mario. Mario has a nice restaurant in Brooklyn, great chef. We went out fluking in Mauritius, had a excellent trip. We got our limit by 9 o'clock in the morning, and we were playing catch and release for the rest of the tide. In total, we probably had about 17 legal-sized fish, but released probably a half a dozen shorts, all on live peanut bunker. Fish were up to 6-7 pounds. Amazing day of fishing. There's a lot of guys out there getting in on the fun. This bite is still going on right now in Mauritius, all of Great South Bay, Fire Island, Jones, even out to Montauk. The fluking has been exceptional. Hey, have you ever heard of staked fluke before? These fish are so fat that we even staked some of the fluke. Mario cooked them right up for us. It was an amazing deal, amazing way to end the week. Good job, Mario. Nice job, Alberto. A lot of fun. If you do have a notable catch, email me at mbroderick@thefisherman.com. I'll try and get into weekly video fishing forecast or the magazine. Our meteorologist, Rich Von Olin, his fishing and weather report is brought to you by Premium Bucktails. Rich, what do you got for us?
Hey, thanks, Matt. We'll check that weekend forecast. You can always check your favorite apps, weather tools, weather sites, whatever you got. This is a general heads up, general overview on the upcoming weekend. So water temps have come down. You got some 60s near 70 now, really getting into that fall feel, some of the cooler nights. And the maps look good. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, finally some decent weather for the most part. None of that crazy east wind we've been seeing for it seems like weeks and weeks. So should be a good fishable weekend for the most part. You know, a little front comes through Saturday. There could be a shower or two. Winds north, going northeast on Sunday, southeast in the afternoon. But it's not that bad. I think we'll be all right overall. The waves look good in the Ocean Sound on Saturday, 1 to 2, 2 to 4. A little lumpier, perhaps Sunday, midday afternoon, maybe offshore, not as great, but inshore should be good. Saturday temps, 70s, looks good, not too bad. And, a little cooler on Sunday, some 60s to near 70. One of my go-to apps, the Wind Guru. And you can see Friday is good most of the day. Late in the day, an onshore flow. Saturday, most of the day looks good. Just some clouds, maybe a spot shower. And then, maybe a little more east-southeast developing late Sunday afternoon. So we'll give it 2 green checks Friday, Saturday. I think most of this weekend will be all right. Sunday could even escape with a halfway decent day. Just maybe a little lumpier out in the ocean. Overall, though, finally, we got some good weather. This first week of October should be great. Get out and enjoy. Catch them up and be safe. Matt, back to you.
Now let's check in with Captain Timothy O'Rourke from Montauk. Tim.
Well, greetings everybody from Montauk. Fishing has been good, but the weather has been terrible, as everybody seems to know. But the big striped bass have returned to Montauk. They're catching them. Charter boats are getting them, trolling wire. We're doing pretty good on light tackle and fly. Fish up to 40 pounds. Really nice fish boiling on the surface. So that was the big exciting news this week. There are some fish from the beach, but they're not as easy to catch as off on the boat. But the striped bass is definitely looking good, and it's looking good for fall. There's a lot of bait around, and there's plenty of action, and we should see that increase and get better. Offshore report, not too much to report. Giants open back up. I did see a picture of Brian Fromm, I think, caught one today. Fluke, sea bass, fluking still going strong when the weather cooperates. The Vikings been over at Block Island. They've been picking away on some nice sea bass and a few codfish in the mix. Ebb tide's doing the same. Miss Montauk is picking away fluke, sea bass, blah, 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 blah. Again, my Castober event, Columbus weekend, Sunday the 13th. A lot of good prizes. Van Stahl, Grundens, Sage full fly rod and reel setup. We got barbecue and beer from Montauk Brewing. So we look forward to seeing you Sunday, October 13th from 2 to 7 at Montauk Lake Club. All right, everybody, weather's looking good for the weekend, so get out there and catch them up.
From Sag Harbor, we have Will and Andy.
Thanks, Matt. Report this week out of Sag Harbor. On the bluefish and striped bass front, it's starting to pick up day by day, although the weather has been pretty tough out east, making it hard to cooperate. But obviously it should get better, and only better and better as we get into a real fall run here. On the tuna front, there are more and more fish that have pushed inshore, south of Block, south of Montauk, especially some really nice sized bluefin. So that obviously makes it super exciting, well into the fall season.
Thanks, Will and Matt. So report this week also out of Sag Harbor. As Will was saying, striped bass and bluefish are going strong. The false albies have also started to come in, which is really exciting. Up on top, throwing either topwater lures or light diamond jigs, etc., deadly dicks. Really just hitting anything really fun on light tackle. Again, to Will's point, if the weather does cooperate, hopefully we have a good weather window this weekend, guys. So fingers crossed. And then also black sea bass are still going strong. Excited for blackfish coming up soon, and porgies are still going strong as well. And hopefully the cod bite will also continue to be pretty good as the weather cools off a little and the water cools down too. So hopefully lines stay tight, guys, and back to you, Matt.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, everyone. Well, the fishing seems to be getting a little bit better, at least from some surf casting reports I've been getting. Guys grinding through the night. I've been getting into a couple of fish over slot, a couple of nice ones, but, putting the time in. This east wind has just been really tough. I have seen some bunker out in the ocean sporadically, but, that's just from, when I'm walking the beach and I'll see it. I haven't been out there. Some nice fluke came up from Rich's Inlet and some of the back bays over the weekend. Not sure if that bite's still going on. Kind of the same thing in Shinnecock Inlet, some nice fluke being caught. There's also some blues, a couple of random bass. So it'll be interesting as this wind lays down to see, first off, for guys getting out to the tuna grounds, if they're still around. I did see one guy that was out of Montauk that I think got into a nice bluefin, wreck-sized bluefin the other day. So looks like it's on for the fall run, and hopefully this new moon will really get things going. All right, get out there and fish. Let us know how you do. Back to you, Matt.
From the Fire Island area in Great South Bay, Captain Al Lorenzetti.
Hey, Matt. Fire Island report, fluke fishing is insane. People catching fish inside Bayshore Marina, at the mouth of Sayville, Batchard Creek, Islip Creek, from Coast Guard Station to the inlet. loaded with fish, and a lot of big fish, a lot of 4 to 6 pound fish. So fluke fishing, it's really, really good. And the season's open till the 15th, so weather looks great for this weekend. Bottom fishing is terrific. All kinds of stuff going on. So nice weekend, good weather, and the report from Fire Island is really excellent, Matt. We'll talk to you next week.
Now let's get away to some all-pro tackle and markets in Lindenhurst.
Hey, Matt. I'm on the run, and so are the fish. This is the time to get out there and get fishing. The fluke have been moving out of the back bay. They're getting them almost every day between the Robert Moses Bridge and the inlet, the Saw Thumb area, the rocks along the beach there. Fluke. 4 pounds, 5 pounds, 6 pounds, limited out. They're elbow to elbow on the head boats. They're creaming them. People on their recreational boats, they're getting them. The way to do it seems to be, the spearing, fluke belly, high-low rig type of thing. You got to use a lot of weight. The current's ripping over there, so you kind of want to get out there. You know what? Using a fluke spoon wouldn't be horrible either because the current is rocking, and those fluke spoons give you the perfect presentation, so you want to think about that. Also, weak fish. They're moving along with them. Everyone's getting them as well, but you got to get on the peanut bunker. That seems to be the candy that they want. So they're moving out as well. That's a good bite. Also, there are stripers being caught out of the surf along Fire Island, out over Ocean Beach, Cherry Grove area. So you can definitely get on some stripers now. I'm thinking within the week that striper bite's going to be a lot more significant. Obviously, it'd be better if you could find some bunker and work the bunker pods. I'm sure the flutter spoons are like the perfect lure to use at this time if you're marking them. Get on that. And also the tuna bite. Heard great things about the tuna bite. They're on the Carimba, they're on the Bacardi, they're on the chunk. You could troll them up, but I think the best way is trying to mark them, getting down there, jigging, chunking, chumming them up a little bit. You got to spend a little time, but you'll get on them. Good bite. Also, this Sunday is something new. We're having a pop-up tournament called the Fluketastic Tournament because it's going to be Fluketastic. It's a real economical tournament. Find out more about it at allpronational.com. Matt, I'm going fishing. I'll talk to you later.
With the fly and freshwater report and some saltwater, Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Matt. Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody at the Fisherman. Great show last Thursday. I enjoy it. I love tying flies there and demonstrating, talking about why everybody should fly fish in salt water. But anyway, I have been getting out. I'm trying to. We live on an island, and I'm literally 15 minutes from saltwater fishing. So I go down there right before the shop opens, or I go down on my days off and just walk the beach casting. And sometimes, sometimes it isn't good. Sometimes it's great. I mean, this week, one day on this week, I went out there and what did I have? I had 4 fluke, nothing large, sea robin, and a ladyfish. It was pretty exciting. But the next day I went out with my friend Kenny. He, windy as all hell. We gave it about an hour. He landed a nice little fluke, and we caught it a day. I'm actually going back and forth, checking out different locations. As far as the freshwater scene, well, I've been hearing. I was at the Connecticut. I've been guiding out at the Connecticut. I took 2 groups out this week. An older couple and father and son and his brother, and we all went out. They all caught fish. Not an easy fishing, because there are so many. It's so clear. There's a lot of fish, but it's so clear. But we had a good time anyway, and everybody caught fish. And the young man, a 10-year-old, he caught his first fish on a fly rod. He'll never forget that fish. As far as all the upstreams, we still need rain. We really do need rain. The ponds on Long Island are also fishing well. Now, Fall run is about to start. It's really getting up. I've seen a lot of bait in the back bays. Sharpen up your casting skills. This Saturday, Mark Zadati, the columnist from the Fisherman, is going to be doing a clinic at the shop. Now, all you have to do if you are interested, there is a fee, but if you go to riverbayoutfitters.com, and you can see on the front page, or you could email me, paul@riverbayoutfitters.com, that you're interested, or call the shop, 516-415-7748, and we'll save a spot for it. There is limited spots, but this is the time. He is a phenomenal caster. So, hopefully you see you there, and until next week, tie lines, everybody.
From Huntington, we have Captain Gage.
Thanks, Matt. What's up, everybody? Captain Gage here reporting to you from Huntington Harbor, where I fish 7 days a week for SandCityCharter.com. Check out the website, guys, and Bay Rats and Buoys, the podcast. Episode number 2 is available, so check that out when you get a chance. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. It's also at SandCityCharter.com. I will share it in the Facebook groups right at the end of this report, so stay tuned in. The podcast will follow this report. Friday, we got out there early in the morning, and it was 3-footers out there. It was pretty rough out there. So the wind, this east wind, it's been relentless, guys. We're going on 3 weeks now of northeast, east, northeast. It's been unbelievable. So this Thursday and Friday, it finally is going to lay down, change directions. So we've been looking for those windows of opportunity, and it really paid off for us on Friday. And I'll tell you how. It was me and my mate. We went out there, and when it's just me and Corey, we go out and we're going to go on excursions looking to fish new areas. We don't want to fish the same area that we always fish when we're going on charters. We want to go find new territory and go have some fun. And that's exactly what we did, and boy, were we rewarded. So we got out there. We found the birds. The running and gunning was going on, and stacked bluefish. I'm talking, everybody was yelling, underneath my boat, it's a sonar, looks like a Christmas tree. And you'll see here in the videos, it was unbelievable. So it's a lot of fun when it's like that. Even Justin, my next door neighbor here at the marina next door, he passes me all the time. He mates on a bunch of boats, great fisherman. Even he was out there on his Boston whaler. That's how calm it got, and he had an absolute blast. I think he caught his personal best just before I pulled up to the boat, catching him in this action here, releasing this bluefish. So when it's nonstop action and you look around and all the boats next to you, everybody's rods are bent in half, to me, that's what it's all about. Ton of fun. So if you guys want to get out there, the fall run is happening now. It is beginning. The wind is going to break, so get your opportunity to get out there. If you don't have a boat, you want to come on mine, give us a shout. We'll be happy to get you out there. We do have some availability during the week, and we'd be happy to get you out there. SandCityCharter.com. We're going to keep this report short, wishing everybody bent rods, tight lines, and I'll see you out on the water. Back to you, Matt.
From the Western Sound, we have Nuno DaCosta at Tire Lure Tackle up in Rye.
Hey guys, thanks for having us, and actually thanks for having us last Thursday at the Fisherman Show that was held at the Hilton in Melville, New York. What a great show. It was fast and furious. It was only a few hours on a Thursday night, but you know what a great crowd, what a great show. The Fishermen put on a class act for what it was. Amazing show. Wish they would do some more of them. Hint, hint. Anyway, guys, let's talk about an upcoming thing we have going on here. Up to this weekend, Sunday, from now through Sunday, we are going to donate 10% of our sales to hurricane relief down there. We're going to do it a little differently this time. We've done it very often where we donate to an organization like the Red Cross or something else, and we really have no idea where that money goes, right? It might not even go to hurricane relief because the truth is they do a bunch of different things. We're going to team up with our buddy down there, MFin Media. I've known Mike for over 3 decades. We're going to actually donate the money. We're going to hand it to Mike, and Mike is going to give it to somebody directly in need. You know, I trust Mike. I've known him for a long time and stuff. And we're going to pick somebody down there that's going through it, that really got beat up down there, and we're going to donate directly. So up to Sunday, 10% of sales is going to be donated to one individual down there. That being said, let's talk about the fishing report. Well, the weather. The weather's been a problem. We're not going to sugarcoat that and stuff. The pockets that guys can get out, the local blackfish scene to catch and release, because the season doesn't open up for us till October 11th here in Long Island Sound in New York, the 10th in Connecticut, 15th the rest of the state, has been very good. The guys going out and catching some good numbers, some good quality size fish, which usually happens early on in the season, so get ready for the opener next week. Local striped bass, bluefish has absolutely improved. It's just been getting out there, but we have great weather coming up, so take advantage. Look at those weather windows. We have it. We know guys out today, I think they're going to slay because it's just that time of year. Offshore, same thing. It's been weather, small pockets, and even then you're getting beat up at times, but the guys are getting rewarded. The bluefin tuna fishing has been spectacular still south of Montauk. Areas around Habs, maybe east of that, maybe south of that. You know, guys say Habs, but it's not directly there all the time. The bluefin fishing has been great on the jigs. You want to troll them, you're still getting them. And then chunking, you know, but the fishing has been great just getting out there. As far as the canyons, there are fish at the Hudson, yellowfin, but very limited guys doing that run because of the weather. But we have some pockets coming up, which is great, guys. So take advantage of the great weather coming up. Find your weather patterns, get out there, beat these fish up, guys, because the season is kind of on that slope of coming to an end, guys. So we got a couple of good months left. Go out there, enjoy it. Tight lines, guys.
Rob Greco from the Long Island Outdoorsman checks in from Rockville Center.
Hello, Fisherman readers. This is Robert from Long Island Outdoorsman giving you this week's fishing report. Starting with inshore in the back bays, we're hearing reports of guys just like last week on poppers, striped bass, and bluefish. Throwing against the marsh. You know, high tide going out seems to be the best time, early morning or at dusk, but I prefer early morning. Fluke bite is still pretty good. We heard a report from one of our customers that they had 6 keepers at the inlet from the beach up to 24 inches, which is a really solid report. Assuming those fluke were probably feeding either on mullet, peanut bunker, or spearing, because that's what we're seeing in the bays right now. And as far as the ocean report with the big bass, the migration, I haven't really heard much yet. We still got to wait and see what's going to happen. You know, now that we're in October, hopefully we get some bigger fish coming in soon. And as far as the blackfish bycatch report, guys who are trying to target triggerfish at the bridges and whatnot are reporting some nice blackfish catches. So obviously you can't keep them now. You're not really supposed to target the blackfish, but once the season kicks in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, it should be a pretty solid inshore bite with the blackfish. So yeah, as long as you're trigger fishing, you should be okay. So that's the report. Thank you guys, and see you next week.
Raul Ortiz, the Urban Angler, checks in with the City Report.
Hey guys, Raul Ortiz here, the Urban Angler with my report. Fishing continues to be good all around the city with schoolie bass all the way up to 20 pounds. The same goes for the Long Island Sound and South Shore beaches of Long Island. The further east you go in Long Island, the better the fishing. On the South Shore beaches, we had a nice run of 20, 30-pound class fish. And in the back bays, you still have a variety of fish being caught. Besides that, guys, you know, SP minnows, bottle plugs, plastics, all have been working. Diamond jigs, believe it or not, that's working too. Quick shout out to my buddy John. Thank you for the photos. You're the man, kid. And get out there, guys. This is the time to be out on the water. Anyway, tight lines. Good luck to all, and back to you, Matt.
Don't forget, this video is available as a podcast on Google Music. Search for the Fisherman Magazine podcast and subscribe so you can listen to this broadcast and our other content. Well, it finally seems that those east winds have left us. That front has passed us. We got some great fishing, some great weather ahead of us. The fluking is still off the charts. The striper fishing even spices up a little more because they're moving in too. Don't forget, the Tobay Boat Show is 3 days this weekend. If you can get down here for one of the days, it'll be worth your time. Aside from that, we will see you next week.